Do UK equities look cheap right now?
I think that's a great question, and just before I came out, I did check my Bloomberg, which I'm a fully paid up member, and it tells me that the yields on the FTSE 100 is just over 5%. Now that's the second highest since post-war that we've actually had. I think it was higher in 07-08. The PE on the UK market is 11-12 times, which is cyclically adjusted, the cheapest Western market actually on the major exchanges. So the markets are telling you that they're discounting a hard Brexit. So the market is very, very cheap, in our opinion. And if there's any positive scenarios that come out of this, you've seen what happened to the FTSE 250 this week. It ripped. So this market will rip if we get anything of a deal. And it's quite interesting, just obviously, the commentary there from Brussels. And I was listening to some of the commentary this morning from the journalists, and they were talking about, when they interviewed Boris, he was saying the fault is with the DUP, not with the EU. And I thought that was a very interesting, in fact, actually diversion. So if you can get the DUP, I think, across this, then you've potentially got a deal in your hands.
Many of those watching this programme will be sitting in the United States, though, and they will also have to currency adjust any investments they would make into the UK.
Sure.
How big a factor do you think that would be? How much of a rise do you think you would see in sterling?
Well, sterling's up 5% in fairly short order. You've got 2 rate cuts coming in the US, so naturally that's going to push down yields, which you've seen, obviously, in the US. But so the dollar's going to suffer, no doubt, and overseas currencies will suffer. So you're going to have to adjust for that. So, you've had a 5% move. You've got to give at least that back, I would have thought, in terms of, a deal. In terms of, it was probably actually going up another, 5%, if we do see a deal. So, a 10% move, I would have thought you've got to adjust for just in a very short order of a month.